If you're a parent of an elementary-aged kid, you totally know this feeling. You want to trust them. You really do. You want to give them that independence. But then there's this little voice inside your head just screaming, wait, is it safe? Are they actually ready for this? It is one of the toughest balancing acts in all of parenting. So how in the world do we navigate it? Let's dive in.
I mean, really, why is this so hard? It's a question that keeps so many of us up at night. It feels like it should be simple, But the reality is, it's messy, it's complicated. Why is letting go, even just a little tiny bit, such a struggle? And this right here, this is the single most important idea to hold on to through all of this. It's not about one giant decision where you suddenly flip a switch and grant complete freedom. No way. It's a journey. It's kind of like a slow dance of letting go and holding on. And it's okay that it feels like a process because that is exactly what it is.
So, before we even get to the how, let's talk about the why. Why does this feel like such an impossible uphill battle sometimes? Let's get right into the emotional heart of it.
It's literally wired into us. I mean, our primary job as parents is to keep our kids safe, right? So every single time we offer a little bit of trust, our brain flags it as a potential risk. That feeling, it's not a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's a sign that your protective system is working exactly as it should be.
And this is just the perfect way to reframe that feeling. Your worry isn't a failure of trust. It is proof of your love. It's the most human thing in the world. So let's just start by giving ourselves permission to feel that fear without judging ourselves for it.
Okay, so if we accept the fear as normal, how do we actually move forward? Well, the key, the real game changer, is to redefine what trust really means in the first place.
So many of us get stuck in that old view. We think trust is this binary choice. Either I control every little thing, or I just let go completely and hope for the best. But the new view is so much more powerful and, frankly, realistic. Trust isn't a switch. It's more like a dial that you turn up, one tiny notch at a time.
And this is the heart of that whole gradual process. You start with something really small, like, say, letting them pick their own outfit. When they handle that okay, maybe you trust them to pack their own backpack. Every little successful step builds a foundation for the next, slightly bigger step.
And here's some language you can actually use to talk about this shift. Using a phrase like this is so powerful. It's not a threat, it's an invitation to a partnership. It tells your child, hey, I believe in you, and I'm your partner in this journey toward becoming more independent. It's all about collaboration, not confrontation. Now, this whole thing isn't just about getting through the elementary years without losing your mind. The work you're doing right now pays off for the rest of their lives. So let's talk about why this is such a big deal in the long run.
This is basically the toolkit for a capable, confident adult. Each little act of trust you show them builds something absolutely essential. It builds their self-confidence, proving to them that they're capable. It helps them learn how to make healthy decisions. It strengthens your communication and teaches mutual respect. And, of course, the big one, it prepares them for real independence. This isn't just about today. It's about who they're becoming tomorrow.
This might be the most profound outcome of all. Every single time you trust your child with a small task, you are helping to shape their inner voice. You're helping them answer that fundamental question, can I do this? With a quiet, growing yes. You are literally building their self-belief from the inside out.
All right, let's get practical. Theory is great, but now for the how. What do these small steps actually look like in the beautiful chaos of our daily lives?
Okay, here's a perfect, everyday example. It is so tempting to step in and say, honey, no, stripes and plaid absolutely do not go together. But in that moment, that mismatched outfit is like a badge of honor. It's a visible sign of their growing independence and your trust in their choices.
Think about it. Elementary school is the safest laboratory for failure they will ever have. Forgetting homework in second grade is a lesson. Forgetting a major project in college, that's a crisis. These little, low-stakes mistakes are invaluable learning tools that no lecture from us can ever replace.
Now, here's the flip side. Here's the danger of not letting them make those safe mistakes. We can accidentally teach something called learned dependence. It's a really subtle but powerful process. When we consistently rush in to tie their shoes or pack their bag, the message they hear isn't I love you, it's you can't do this without me. And that just plants a little seed of self-doubt.
Let that sink in for a second. We step in with the best intentions, right? It comes from a place of love and a desire to help.
but the unintended consequence can be stealing the very confidence we are trying so desperately to build. Our help can sometimes become a hindrance.
This means we have to make a huge mindset shift. The goal isn't a perfectly made bed or a perfectly packed lunch. The goal is that they did it themselves. We have to celebrate the effort, the attempt, the progress, because that is where the real growth is happening.
This journey of trusting our child, it fundamentally changes our role as parents. We start to evolve from being their constant protector and manager to becoming their trusted guide and partner.
This 4-step progression is a brilliant, super practical framework for letting go. First, step 1, you model the task. You show them how it's done. Then, step 2, you do it together. For step 3, you watch them, you supervise their attempt. And finally, the hardest part, step 4, you step back. You let them do it on their own, trusting the process you've just built together.
And when you do this, something really magical starts to happen. The whole dynamic shifts. Those power struggles start to lessen because you're no longer just the enforcer. You become an ally, a coach cheering them on from the sidelines. It becomes a team effort.
And this is the ultimate payoff. These are the traits they will carry with them into middle school, high school, and for the rest of their lives. You're not just raising a kid who can tie their own shoes. You're raising a future adult who truly believes they can handle whatever life throws at them.
So please, remember this the next time you see them struggling to zip up a coat or figure out a math problem. That struggle is not a sign that you need to jump in. It's the sign that their brain is working, that they are learning, and that they are growing. It is beautiful, necessary work.
So I'll leave you with this question. It doesn't have to be some huge grand gesture. Maybe it's just letting them pour their own milk, even if they might spill a little. Or maybe it's letting them try to solve a disagreement with a friend on their own. What is one small, manageable way you can turn that dial of trust just a little bit higher today?
If you want more stories and help for everyday moments, you can subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.